What it do, what it do, what it do, chat. You already see who it is. It's your boy Chi from the Chi Challenge, and welcome to today's live. This is episode 12, debunking wild brick baby rumors. And guys, I mean, like I said, man, it's gonna be a rough ride because there's going to be a lot of speculations, a lot of people talking, a lot of situations going on, and everybody has an opinion nowadays with the internet, with YouTube, all these streaming platforms. Everybody's an armchair detective. So there's wild allegations, but guys, rest assured the person covering that particular topic is none other than the infamous Trap Lore Ross from the UK. Now, guys, Trap Lore Ross is, I would say, in my capacity, I mean, as far as I've seen with my very own eyes, he has the know-how to deliver a good video. Now, I'm not a big I'm not up to speed on his form of reaction videos. So this is gonna be a reaction video from Trap Lord Ross. But before we get into that, before we get into the meat and potatoes, before we get into that, I do have a few little appetizers that I wanted to go over with you guys. Now, I don't, like I said, guys, I don't watch these videos until I get here with you guys. So we're all watching it for the first time. And I brought my snacks. I got me some Ritz crackers. Um, we have a very traumatic relationship, me and Ritz crackers. It's a story I'll tell you some other time. And chat, like I said, we are ready to go. First few things that I want to do is I want to have you guys subscribe to the Instagram channel. It is the Cheat Challenge, of course, and feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the Twitch, the YouTube, and everything in between, guys. Especially the Instagram, though. I don't think we have a Snapchat page yet, but TikTok, we do have a TikTok page. We do have a Twitch, a YouTube, and Instagram. And guys, we need all the support you can lend. So please go, feel free to go subscribe to those. And next, we are sponsored by Loud Life with their dope treats. And if you haven't tasted dope treats, feel free to go taste the dope treats. I'm gonna go into my Instagram real quick. Jesus Christ! Thank God I checked my Instagram before I go. Yeah, that's just some spicy stuff sometimes on my Instagram that isn't age appropriate. But we are gonna get. Let's look through the Instagram real quick before we get into anything. Let's just check the Insta. I feel like I should add this to the show. We should check the Instagram, like because if we check the Instagram, then we know what's going on. You feel me? Like I don't know if it makes sense, but we could just check the Instagram. So let's go look at the Instagram, and as you can see, notifications are all here. And these are the people dropping the likes, the comments, and the follows. Unlike a phone, it doesn't look the same. Let me tell you, it doesn't look the same as my phone. Let me see if I could access my phone without too many because this shit has the interruptions and bullshit. So let's see. Oh yeah, we can. We can actually access the phone and the Instagram from this. So let's do that. Let's do that. Because I think it would be a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun if we could access the Instagram and just like because we're really big on Instagram. So I mean, I feel like we should make it part of the segment. If you guys don't appreciate it, just let me know. But Windows, here we are. iPhone, here we are. So guys, let's see. There we go. Wow, pretty cool. How about like this? Is that cooler or is this cooler? Or this? Or this? Or this? Well, let's do this because I feel like you get a bigger orientation of it. You feel me? So, and we could check the Instagram, guys. So checking the Instagram really consists of is me going to my Instagram and checking it. So welcome to the first ever segment called Checking the Instagram. And guys, on checking the Instagram, the first thing I like to do is we go into the notifications because in the notifications we're gonna have a whole bunch of mentions, which you can see here, and we're gonna go ahead and show love to these mentions by dropping a heart. And you also, you know what, you also get to see what people like, right? So we get to see what people like. So that's also cool, you know. I don't know where the sound is, but the sound is muted, I guess. I don't know how you make the sound go, but we're gonna like everybody's shit. That's what we're gonna do. This was posted 24 minutes ago. This is my stories. This is stuff that I put on my stories, and people just go ahead and I like that. That's pretty awesome. That was really brilliant. That's a good dog. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna check the Instagram right now, guys. So let's go ahead and check the Instagram. So here we have Naomi Orbach. Who is you? Don't know. But anyway, thank you for the follow. We appreciate you. And you got a shout out on the YouTube channel. We also gonna give shout outs to oh look, pal. What she said? She said, aren't there black slaves there today? And we're gonna see here. And this story is the
as a gangster and as a madman. Why?
and guys, did you know that in Libya there are no homeless people and school is free up until college? I think college is not free. It might be. It might just be every. I think all schools are free over there. Let's see what else. Thank you for that. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the comment. Exactly. Oh, this is why I don't like to do my episodes at night because it'd be like the last little bit of energy I got left, and I don't like to do it like that. I like to, give you a big spunk. So sometimes when I do my episodes in the afternoon, I think I get a better feel to it. Negra with Tumbao. Who are you? Oh, you kicking ass, girl. 25.5K. Shouts to you. Thank you. Let's see who else we got here. Who else do we have to like? All right. I think we did a good job there. Now let's look at what the feed has to offer. DL Hughley posted this content. And what happened to the sound? I hear no sound. Oh, here we are.
Certify federal election results.
Let's see.
The year is 2051. The United States of America exists only in history books. There was no civil war, no invasion, no single moment when America ended. Just a slow fracturing that became too obvious to deny. The constitutional crisis of 2028 was the first crack. 7 states refused to certify federal election results. The concept of a united country became fiction. The federal debt default of 2031 shattered the dollar's global status. By 2035, the water wars erupted. Southwestern states broke federal.
He said the water wars.
The West Coast separated first, a digital republic bound to Asian markets. The Southern Coalition assembled around Texas, a nation of faith, oil, and armed borders. Their laws cite scripture where federal precedents once stood. The Atlantic Union formed from the...
What do you think, Jack? You think that there's like people who travel through time? Think that's a possibility? Shouts to my homie Fancy Mars. She be doing a lot of stuff. And she didn't pay me to give her a shout out. Shouts to DWI. That's my boy right there. DWI Music. Gave me my first start in the radio. Guys, we have a show called Chop Cheese Media. And you guys should come check it out. It's on iHeartRadio, as you can see right here. iHeartRadio. Let's give him a like. Did I give Fancy a like? Nah. I gotta give her a like. We're just showing love. And since you know I come from a Dominican heritage, that's my background as a West Indian, I get a lot of this in my feed. Dominicans never compliment your cooking. We just say, ya tú te puedes casar. Oh, that's a fact. I still got old school rules and standards. I ain't with the new shit. Hey, whatever. Okay, let me see what my stories, how my stories is doing. That's what we need to see. Let's go see how my stories is doing. Let's start from the beginning. Right here. Wow. The kick heard across the planet, right? That was the craziest kick ever. 124 views. That's whoa. What's the discrepancy? Oh, this one's 130. Oh my god, it hit 145, guys. That's what's up. Shouts to everybody in the stories. Shouts to you all. Look at you getting some clout right now. Showing love right back to all of you who dared to go in my story. Because you know what's the thing about stories, chat? This shows that people will not show you love, but they'll still come to your page. You feel me? And let's go see if we got. Let me just show you guys that. Pow. That got hearts. Yeah, this shit was crazy too. The baseball in space. That's crazy. This is what. Oh yeah, why Russia and Ukraine don't get along. Oh yeah, this guy got a ghost in his house. There's another ghost in this person's house. And this lady, she definitely doesn't know how to use a automatic nail gun. She should never have a nail gun. And this was the episode you guys missed today. You guys should tap into Intune Perspective and go check out the new episode 2. People won't know your true worth until they don't have access to you. I feel that that is so true. That is a very true statement. Time is currency, and when you link someone, you are investing. If they won't link you, they wouldn't bet on your time being worth investing into. Guys, that's a very true thing. You gotta remember your time is money. Even if you're broke or whatever and you're chilling with people, you're still giving them your time. Don't let people tell you, do what you want. Do you want me to drop what I'm doing to help you? That's called gaslighting. They aren't your friends. If someone says, "Do I have to drop everything to do what you tell me?" That just they're just justifying not being a good friend. So don't take it personal. They're not your friend. I don't need entertainment. I am the entertainment. That's pretty good. And of course, guys, if you didn't catch this episode, you should. Over here, we got one of the best Dominican movies. We got here, yep, episode 12. That's what we're doing right now, guys. This is the episode we're covering at the moment. So, guys, let's get right into it because I know you guys didn't come here to see my Instagram, but go subscribe to the channel and also Loud Life. Loud Life Dope Treats. Go follow them. As you can see, they have our promo there. So, guys, go show love. Know what I mean? That's Loud Life Dope Treats, guys. There you go. So, guys, go check that out. I wonder what's up with the. So how do I do this on this? Oh, I go here. No, not that. Oh, I'll tap it. There you go. I was wondering how you get to the home screen from here. United Masters. There we go. I just want to check some release dates. This is my hood that came out, and G, that's May 15. What's today? Oh, that hasn't dropped yet. May 15. This is June 1st, and this is May 1st. Oh, this one dropped. Washington Heights Birds. There you go. So, guys, go tap in, go listen to that new music. That's all new music right there. Go check all that shit out. Subscribe to the character right here, as you can see. And let me see what else. What else? That's it. I guess that's it. That's all I got to show you here, chat. And subscribe to the channels, like the TikTok. Go to subscribe to the TikTok. Do not cap. Subscribe to the TikTok.
Can you tell us what happened?
This is the TikTok, guys. Go subscribe to the TikTok, and you see what we doing.
If you ever hear a bad story about me, you have to understand.
Half core shot,
I
Papa.
was good to those
Whoop.
people too, but they won't
And
tell
it
you that.
went in.
If you ever hear a bad story,
Anyway, guys, you already know the vibes. Let's get right into it. You already see. And without further ado, let's go and get into today's stories. Today we got Karrahboo, guys. I don't know if you guys know who Karrahboo is. Karrahboo is that girl who's talented as an artist that just got dropped by Little Yachty. So if you don't know who Karrahboo is, you're about to find out. All right, guys, this is by Hello Yasin Extras. So go follow Hello Yasin. This is what his page looks like. Subscribe, like, and you already know, guys, we're getting right into it.
Adopted from the opposite gender because he's
This
deciding
is
to go
Hello Yasin, and this is the page I gotta be following. I thought y'all could see it, but I know now I know y'all weren't. So here it is. Here it is, chart. Chart. Here it is. Go follow him. And now, without further ado,
what's popping, y'all. It looks like painting his nails is not the only thing Yachty adopted from the opposite gender because he's deciding to go full on petty as well with none other than Karrahboo, who was, I wouldn't say the star just musically because Draft Day is up there with the music in that crew and he's quite known as well, but for personal, just for branding purposes, Karrahboo was a fan favorite. And one of the questions that I've had, which I will still have towards the end of this video, and I'll explain that, is why she hasn't released any music. And Yachty was talking about dropping her. So she goes on to tweet and says, "We are now on month 11 of Little Yachty keeping me in a deal just to be petty and keep me from releasing music and moving on with my life. Respect." And I'll give you a reason why later. Guess the lying on my name, trying to turn everyone against me because I wanted out of a toxic environment wasn't enough. Yachty has only mentioned her once when she decided to come out and I kind of he was actually ranting that one night, but that's the only time he's spoken on her since. He's just tried to avoid the situation as a whole. You have a daughter and you treating women like this is mind blowing. Like, I know you never see her, but still, that doesn't make sense how evil this man is to women, not just me. And this is where we got to look at Karrahboo like, don't do that. You cannot, and this is where Karrahboo doesn't understand the way things work. You cannot pull this whole damsel in distress, Yachty hates woman, oh, woe is me, come save me type of imagery and attitude when that is not what you built your brand on. You built your brand on, I wouldn't say, you built your brand on, hey, I'm kicking it with one of the boys. I'm just like, y'all, there isn't this
crazy,
like,
chat.
like this sexual.
I don't know, Chad. What do you think? You think that was a low blow? I don't think it was much of a low blow. It seems like a low blow, but I mean,
do that. You cannot, and this is where Karrahboo doesn't understand the way things work. You cannot pull this whole damsel in distress, Yachty hates woman, oh, woe is me, come save me type of imagery and attitude when that is not what you built your brand on. You built your brand on, I wouldn't say, you built your brand on, hey, I'm kicking it with one of the boys. I'm just like, y'all, there isn't this like, like this sexual, like damsel type nature to you. And you weren't trying to get popular off of that, which is something that I do respect. So you can't pivot out of that and then now try to play that role because people don't see you like that. And I'm not using this comparison to say that Karrahboo is.
I don't know. I think that she didn't air it on some petty. I think she's just trying to make it known that he's making it seem like he's not holding her.
is, dyking in any type of way. But for example, a young MA, because it's the best comparison we can make. If young MA is talking about like, man, this guy's holding back women, this and that, people are looking at it like, yo, what? Man, get the hell out of here. We're not trying to hear that.
I don't know, guys. Do you agree that because young MA looks manly, she can't stand for women's rights? I'm not saying that's what Hello Yasin said. I'm just saying, in general, do you think that because young MA is, dykish and she's masculine, that she cannot stand for women? Because I think a woman is pretty much defined by, it's tough. It's tough nowadays to just put like defined as, but I don't care if you're dykey, butchy, you're still a woman. You would still be standing up for women, whether you're masculine or not.
And it's not similar for Karrahboo, but Karrahboo is so far away. Like, let's say we have, a dainty. Who's an example of a dainty rap?
And guys, don't get me wrong. I love Hello Yasin. So this is not an attack on what he's saying. I'm just saying it's a great question. If you're a butchy type girl that's masculine, aren't you trying to portray man traits? Are you or would you be a representative of female rights? Is that an adequate description? Can a man be a sexist? I mean, a feminist. Like a real feminist, though, not like, oh, I'm a feminist. Yeah, no, you're a huge huge women supporter, and then probably an extreme fan to call yourself a feminist. But I think to be a feminist, the first thing you need to be is a female. I mean, it's in the name. Or am I wrong, Chad? Chad, don't crucify me about this, but I'm just saying, am I wrong?
Rapper that this would work for. Let's say that's all the way on the left side of this spectrum, and then we have young and May all the way on the right side of the spectrum. Karrahboo's a little bit more to the right of the middle of that, so I don't think that's gonna work. And then she continues and says, I'm tired of y'all trying to bully me, and I'm tired of y'all de-eating this man because he is a big artist with a lot of money. He does not get a lot of de, maybe in her realm, because the majority of her followers came from Yachty. But I just saw tweets like a week or two ago, people quote tweeting Yachty and saying, yo, big respect to this man for dropping nothing but trash for 10 years and still not going broke. Like, that's not somebody getting D.
I don't know. When you think Little Yachty makes trash music, I mean, I'm not a fan of his shit, but I'm just saying, do you guys like Little Yachty?
He said he dropped me. I'm still signed. He said he would show y'all receipts of me owing $900K. LMAO, where they at? We still waiting. I told him to put it on his kid that he wrote all my songs. He ain't respond. That's not what we're talking about, Karrahboo. We didn't say he wrote all of your songs. He wrote your biggest freestyle. The On the Radar freestyle is one of the biggest tracks, and he said he wrote something else, or Mitch was writing something for you. So if your biggest tracks are written by him, then who cares if you write your other stuff? I'm a mean person is crazy as well. Everyone I meet has nothing but nice things to say about me. This ish annoying as F, and it's taken up a year of my life. It's evil as F. And somebody says, drop a solo album. I'll listen to that. And she says, I can't drop, bro. Yachty won't let me release music or out my deal or any label buy me out. And she says, do you need someone to raise up the money to pay to get you out?
That's Yachty just came out saying that she could drop whatever she wants. She can release whatever music she wants.
That's not happening. This is the thing with fans. They just randomly be making comments like this. And then if she says, yes, I need y'all to raise this, they're just looking around the room like, okay, so who's going to pay that? They're not contributing a damn thing to it. And she says, no, I barely owe anything. I can pay it right now. And other people are literally trying to pay it right now and have been this whole time. He just wants me to sit there. I don't give a F. I need to be 100 for my mental health. I've been silently taking the punches for 11 months. And somebody says, might be.
I don't think 11 months is a long time to fulfill a contract.
Time to sign to Druski label. She says, I would have been better off on God. And they say, you paid that $900K back, you'll probably get released then. I don't even owe 10% of that, love. By the way, money is owed to me as well. What money?
What money? I'm going to tell you something, artists out there. Will you guys beg to be signed to record companies? Do not think that they're going to give you money. What they are doing is like when you get a lawsuit. When you have a lawsuit, there's companies out there that will lend you money. That's based on the value of your lawsuit. Now, if your lawsuit is worth trash, they're not going to give you anything. Same thing for artists. You don't get a contract and you get free money. Whatever money you got, you need to pay that money back.
What money has she generated? Get the hell out of here. And how much he want? He don't want nothing. He just want me to sit there.
That's a lie right there. That he don't want nothing. There's no way that he could not want anything. He needs the money that he gave you advance back. And I heard he wants his chains too. But Karrahboo is a cutie pie. Anybody will help her because she just has that energy, that welcoming energy, that fun energy. That's all you really need to make it in this media days. It's the media era. This is not the rap era or the acting era. This is the media era. I don't care who you are. You gonna need help from the media because everything has boiled down to advertisement, clickbait, and docuseries.
Yo, I respect. If this is true, I like Yachty even more. All right, shout out to you, Yachty, if you're really doing this, because I think it's, and hear me out, I think it's proportional to the love that Yachty has for the game, because he's looking at it like, I didn't even look at you as an investment. I did this out of the love. I don't need y'all to make money. I don't need y'all to benefit my career in any way. I make money a bunch of different ways. I'm probably losing money on y'all, but I have passion. And
Now, if it is like that, chat, if it is that way, where he's just looking out, yo, I know exactly what that's like because I've helped a lot of artists. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I've helped not, and I'm not gonna say named artists that are out there. I'm talking about artists who actually wasted my time. You know what I'm saying? It costs a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you, it costs a lot of money to get a song produced and then getting your, you gotta get the beat, you gotta get the vocals recorded, then you gotta send it to a mastering studio, then you gotta get yourself some promo, get yourself some artwork, get yourself some lyric video, then you gotta go get a director so he can shoot you a video. It's work. The worst part of it all is that people will do all of that for one song, but then when it's time to do it over and over and over until you actually get your money back from a hit or something that generates some kind of views, they won't be with it. They want to get out of it because they don't see no money. So I kind of see Karrahboo being in this predicament where she feels frustrated because the money's not coming in the way she wanted it to, and she feels like it's all the fault of the label. So she feels like if she leaves this label, she could have a better start somewhere else. Now that could be true, or that could be maybe the grass is greener situation going on where you think that it's better over there and it's not. You're gonna get over there and you're gonna find out it's the same fucking uphill climb. In the artistry world, you have to work with the same company that you're with, especially the treatment she's getting with Little Yachty and his clique. I don't think it's something that you're gonna get with other companies. I don't think that everybody's gonna give you the breaks that he gave you because you're a childhood friend. So that's unrealistic of her. And maybe there's someone poisoning the well. Somebody telling her in her ear, "You should get out of that. You should be here. You should be there. You should be doing this. You should be worth this." And I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of teams failed because of this. I remember I used to have a talk show, radio show on DWI, the Matrix Studios, the first internet radio station before the internet. People were doing all the internet radios and podcasts and all this bullshit. I'm talking about way back when, like 2010, like 2009 type of shit, right? So whatever, 2010, 2011, between that era, right? And the reason I tell you this is because I had a show with with a said person, right? I don't relative or not, it doesn't matter if they're related, right? With a said person, right? We had a great show going where we did 26 episodes of nonstop. Every week was great, right? And what tanked the show, what really poisoned the well, was that the person I was doing the show with kept telling me that they didn't like the fact that I made the show revolve around me because the show was really my show. and I brought the female in to be a contrast. It would be a guy and a girl, female, male, the 50-50. You get an honest opinion from the male's point of view from me, and then from her, you get a female's point of view, right? However, even though we were having beautiful moments and it did 26 successful episodes, unfortunately, right? It was doomed. It was doomed the minute that she was told, why does the show have to be about him? In other words, people that weren't part of the show had some kind of critique about the show and how it could be better. And I believe that if something works, right? If the formula for something works, why are you gonna try and change it? You feel me? Like when you make rice, you put the water, you put the rice, you put 3 cups of rice, you put 3.5 cups of water, you put a tablespoon of oil, and you salt it to your flavor, to your taste. You cover it when the rice is dry, and then you unlock it when it's 30 minutes done or 45 minutes done, right? If that's how the rice gets done, why the hell would the next time you do rice, would you do something different, right? So it's because somebody poisoned the well. Somebody told her, yo, the show would be way better if you guys didn't talk about him, if you were talking about you, the female. You understand? And even though that would have been a great advice for someone to, like, this would be a better thing, you also have to remember these people don't do radio. They aren't hosts, just like we aren't rappers. We don't understand what Karrahboo is going through. We've never been signed to a deal. We don't know the agreements and the things you have to be upheld to be part of that clique. Now, when you see Yachty, a guy who walks around with Drake, this is Drake's boy. This is Drake's, like, homie. This is like when you see In Tune Perspective and you see that, I know these guys just like he knows Drake. So why would Karrahboo be running away from a guy that's plugged to the number one pop singer for the past maybe 10, 12 years, right? Because somebody got into Karrahboo's head and told Karrahboo, you could be doing way better over here. Or you could be doing way better over there. Or you could be doing way better if you did this. Like, and I guarantee you, I could almost guarantee you, chat, that person that's telling her these things doesn't even have a platinum plaque on their wall. Whoever is telling her this in her ear, whoever's poisoning the well, guarantee you, chat, I guarantee you that person probably doesn't even do music. But they're probably saying it in her best interest. And I'm not going to knock anybody for trying to help. But unfortunately, if you ever read The Alchemist, the book called The Alchemist, no, wait, The Richest Man in Babylon, read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. You're going to see that The Richest Man in Babylon is about a guy who works for some other dude, right? I might be wrong, I might be a little off, but he works for some dude, right? And there's a point in time that the dude, he works for a rich man, right? And the rich man, he's trying to, like, the dude is like, he want to be a rich man too. So he's like, yo, what the fuck should I do? The guy says, in the book, you should save your money, whatever it is. I don't care how little it is. You should save 10% of it. Always save 10%. Pay yourself 10% first. And then use that 10% after it accumulates to a substantial amount and invest it in something. And the guy grabs his 10% after it's a substantial amount. He gives his hard-earned money, chat, to a dude that deals with, I think, garbage or whatever, some dumb shit like that, right? This is the book, though, The Richest Man in Babylon. Go read it yourself. You don't fucking listen to me. I'm a fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving you my opinion. The point is that the dude grabs the money that he saved and he gives it to a garbage guy to buy him gems. And then the guy goes off and brings him whatever he brings him. It ain't gems. It ain't even a fucking valuable stone there. He lost all his money. Now he had to save his money again, 10% all the way to a year. And he tells that to the rich man. He tells the rich man, I try to do what you did. I try to emulate what you did and follow the practices that you taught me. But after saving 10% successfully for over more than a year or whatever the hell time frame that he did it for, I went to reinvest it and I got duped. I got. They got he. They got he, the nigga. The straight lick. They got him. They scammed him. Whatever the situation was, he got scammed. And it wasn't the guy who he sent that guy that did it to him directly. That guy got scammed too. You understand? The point of the story, guys, the moral of the story is that, and then which is what the rich man of Babylon told the guy was, do not buy or trust to buy gems or diamonds from somebody who sells garbage. In other words, you cannot take advice about something that that person giving you the advice isn't an expert in. So that's very important in life because the person giving you the advice could be in your best interest, but they may not be fully equipped to give you sound advice because they may not be an expert in the field. So, that being said, Karrahboo could be getting advice from someone who isn't well versed in business. Now, the fact that she says she alleges discrepancies and assault and verbal abuse, I feel that this is what happens. And I'm not listen, I'm just giving my speculation. Little Yachty is a handsome dude. Karrahboo is a beautiful girl. It's kind of obvious that there might be some hidden feelings here. I'm standing on this. I'm standing on this because this looks familiar. I don't know what about this, but there's like an undertone of like he might have messed around with the girl, or the girl, secretly likes him and doesn't admit it. Some shit like this is going on because these people are being petty.
And I like helping people get to the next level, which Yachty does. So I'm going to do this out of love. And then when she decides to betray him,
See, she's a pretty girl. You're telling me that handsome, successful guy was with this pretty girl and never was there an interest in any way? Because, chat, some people, they will mess around and stay friends, and it will just be like they never messed around. These people could be doing shit like that. I, trust me, I've seen some girls that be like, "That's my best friend. That's my friend," and then right in front of me, they've picked up that dude's phone and told that person's friend he can't attend the phone because he's doing some sexual act to her, and I'm sitting in the room like, uh, should I leave? Like, I don't feel comfortable anymore. So that's the vibe I'm getting right here from the Karrahboo Little Yachty situation.
he says, "Oh, not, don't worry. It's not about the money. Like, yeah, maybe you do have the money to pay me off, but it's about the principle. You tried to throw dirt and smut on my name, my good name as Yachty, who's built a great reputation for himself in the industry and even with amongst fans. And nobody says anything bad about Yachty as a person or in an interpersonal relationship. So he's looking at it like you're going to sit right there in timeout and you're going to watch time go by and you're going to watch people care about you less and less. Because
You think he's doing that, chat? You think he's shelving her? That's called shelving.
it's off the principle. I didn't come in here for money, and you giving me money is not enough to take you out. So I think it just shows how much Yachty values his not relationship, his reputation to do something like this. And this is a label tactic, except labels do it money-wise. When an artist gets too cocky or they want to drop or they want to get out
I think they're doing that to Drake right now.
of a deal, they're okay, you can sit down there for a while. An example of someone that this happened to, a couple of people that this happened to. Number one was the Migos. So the Migos were trying to transition out of 300 Entertainment into, I think it was Capitol. They went with Capitol Motown. It was other distribution company, and QC of course signs the Migos, so they get stuck in this limbo period where they're not allowed to drop anything. And I don't know if it was after Culture One or it was pre-Culture One. Actually, it was between YRN and Culture One, or was it right before YRN? I don't remember the exact timeline, but this was going on. And during this time period, what did the Migos do? They managed to stay hot and didn't cool off because somebody kept leaking their music. It was Murder Beats, but Migos music kept leaking and
he almost didn't snitch right there, huh?
making its rounds, and it kept them hot, and they kept doing shows, and they were performing these new tracks on these different shows and different tour stops. And then when they finally were able to drop and get out of their deal, they were still hot. The same thing happened, except worse so, for Rich Homie Quan, and that was with his song Flex. So Flex, ooh, 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 that song was a hit song, and
I don't even remember that song.
this is after they broke up.
I'm sorry, Rich Homie Quan, no dissing or nothing. It's just I don't remember that song.
Young Thug. So Flex blows up like crazy. It's a huge solo hit. Young Thug has yet to capture a solo hit. So at this point in time, transitionary period, Rich Homie Quan was more lit than Young Thug. And people were looking at it like, damn, Rich Homie Quan really surpassed Thug, and they just broke up. And at this time, I was a huge Thug supporter. I love Rich Homie Quan music too. But I'm like, damn, Thug, like, come on, man. I was on your side. As in, I thought you were the more talented act. I had never seen Rich Homie Quan live, but I had seen Young Thug, and his live performance back then was trash. So I'm not going to go ahead and compliment that. But what happened was he didn't get paid anything for Flex. So he's going through legal disputes with the record label, maybe auditing, trying to get money. And during this period of time, they're not going to let him drop. So he sits on ice for a year and a half, maybe 2 years.
That destroyed his career because Rich Homie Quan right now is not bussing.
By the time he gets the paperwork in order, he gets his money, and he's out of the deal, he's ice cold.
Or is he bussing, chat? I don't know. If he bussing, put it in the chat. Tell me what song is bussing right now from Rich Homie Quan. I don't know any song he's jumping off on.
Nobody's even checking for him anymore. So that's potentially what could happen to Karrahboo. And then somebody says, why is this even still a thing? And she says, literally, he's dragging it, bro. I just want to move on with my life. And then somebody says, Lil Yachty owns you. And she says,
guys, smash the like button. Smash the like button. We need that.
I know. I don't know what it would take for Yachty to let her out of the deal, but it seems like Yachty feels a way about this girl where he says, you don't even deserve a career.
You don't deserve a career. I don't think that anybody should dictate what anybody deserves. That's God who tells you what you deserve.
And I'm going to make sure of that. And I think Yachty was about.
See, she's a great looking kid. Yo, I'm telling you, she definitely got star potential, but she needs to step it up. Like I have not heard a single from her.
To drop her, but maybe a couple of people got into his ear and said, yo, you cannot drop this girl. You put too much money into her. I don't believe that she owes 10% of that. 10% of 900,000 or 800,000 is 80 to 90,000. He likely spent more than that just on transportation and clothes.
What do you think, Chad? You think Little Yachty wasted more than 100K on her? I don't think so.
For this girl with everybody else, unless they're giving it up, and her share of the
you heard that, unless they're giving it up.
5 people is 80K, which would mean like 400K for the rest of them. That's the only way I could see it. But he spent a lot of money on this girl. And
Chad, I don't even think that the price tag is 900K or 800K. Who would you telling me that Karrahboo got $1 million?
A lot of his connections too. And that's the thing I've said previously. Like, if she's ruined relationships or made him look poorly, this is a personal issue that they have together or between them.
What do you think, Chad? They sleeping together, Chad? For real? What do you think?
That is not enough for it to just be a business deal. I think if it was just business, Yachty would have probably let her out. But like I said, with the leaked music, what is stopping Karrahboo from having snippets go out, having stuff leak?
That is a great question. What is stopping her from putting music out right now? You know what I think is stopping her? She ain't gonna get $1 because she owes the label money. It's called recoup.
It's go out, having stuff leak, because at that point, if she drops a hard snippet or a hard track by Karrahboo leaks and it gets taken down, that's fuel for Karrahboo. She'd be like, yo, Yachty just took down my song. Yachty cares a lot about his image. So Yachty's not gonna come out and say, like, yeah, I took down Karrahboo's song. What are y'all gonna do about it? Nah, that's gonna make him look terrible. He's gonna look like the big bad record label that's usually scapegoated for any negative thing. And this Karrahboo could leverage on Yachty, like, yo, I'm going to keep dropping and the fans are going to keep going against you because you're not allowing me to give them what they want, which is new music for me. But she's not doing that. She's not even attempting to do that, which is why I say either she's lazy or she's scared. Like, yo, just leak the music. It is.
I just think that she just don't want to put no more money in Yachty's pocket. She's not dropping because she don't got music. She's not dropping because she ain't trying to feed Yachty nothing. That's what I think, chat. All right, chat. Let's get into the next one. The next one we got here is The Dark Side of Druski. And this is by BJ Investigates, guys. Go show her love. You already see what it is. She is a magnificent investigator. Really puts the shit together like some shit out of a movie. I no cap, chat. She's one of the top tiers. I watch her work a lot. Go subscribe to her channel. Show her love. If you guys want to see this unedited video, just go to her channel. Link is in the description, guys. Let's get right into it. And this came out a month ago. So this is a little bit old, but I still wanted to see it though. What? I second that. This motherfucker play football? Cap. Chat. I'm looking at the picture and I'm like, Cap. That he must have been the bully in his school. No offense to Druski, man. I'm just saying I didn't know. Look, he don't look like the type. Who's the white guy? Wait a fucking minute. Is that his dad? Is Druski's dad Caucasian white like that? No, that's his dad. You crazy? Chat, I don't think you watching this with me, chat. You gotta watch your chat. It's Druski, chat. Look at this shit.
Who is Druski? A model human? A human model? A comedic genius?
Is that a chicken?
A man? A hopeless romantic? Or is he even gay?
Where's the money? The money is not available. The money, they say the money is not good.
Go subscribe now, guys. BJ Investigates, top tier.
You know, we show love to each other. What we do in the bedroom is between us.
Please do not send any hate or honestly comments of any kind to anyone mentioned in this video on behalf of me or yourself. Purpose of
I second the motion.
this video is to give my commentary and opinion on matters of public concern. Thank you.
Strictly
Drew
opinion.
DeBoard was born on September 12, 1994, in Columbia, Maryland, to parents Cheryl. On September 12,
I can't get enough of this picture. This is Druski. Man, I'm so glad that he turned out to be a cool guy because right here, he does not look that cool. No offense, Druski. No offense. You look like a bully, bro. You look like you were the bully in your school. Either the bully or you were getting bullied.
1994, in Columbia, Maryland, to parents
He's from Maryland, chat.
Cheryl and David DeBoard. Drew grew up with a very strict home life with his mom.
This is the guy I thought was his dad. I swear I was going to rip on him if this was his dad. But who is this white guy? And why is he hugging him so tight? Is that like grandpa or some shit?
Cheryl being employed by the Department of State.
So Druski comes from money, bro. Druski's a little rich boy.
And his dad, David,
That's his dad, David, right there, chat. This is Druski's dad.
being a former captain in the United States Air Force and a major in the National Guard. Drew was allegedly inspired by comedians like Cedric the Entertainer and
Oh.
Dave Chappelle.
I
According to
could see that.
Wikipedia, Drew attended college but became depressed and opted instead to watch YouTube.
Do you see this shit? How many black people do we see in this little picture right here? One. Druski. Look. White boy, 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 white boy. This looks really diverse.
YouTube videos, and he does tell versions of this story publicly, so it does seem like yes, he did
So, chat, I don't know. If you raised around all these white boys, how you playing like you the super thug?
go to some college, and
I'm not saying he playing super thug, but I'm just saying he be acting hardcore sometimes.
then yes, he did drop out. So
Like many great founders, you were a college dropout.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be a flex?
Yes.
What advice would you have?
The way y'all set that up,
Yeah, exactly. Is that supposed to be a flex?
it's kind of like that is a great thing, man. No, it's not. It's not a good.
Chat, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. That school's this, that school's that. Finish school, because it's not about what you're doing in school. It's the people you're gonna meet at school. You're not gonna meet those people in your hood ever.
Thing, but you know.
What advice do you have someone who is on the cusp of maybe making?
He's a great example. Did you see all the people we counted in that picture and he was the only black guy there? That is exactly why you go to school, because all those white people will not be cool with you if they met you in the streets. They will look at you like, sir, please just take the watch and the wallet. I'm not saying all white people. I'm just saying I'm from the hood.
Social media a full-time job?
Maybe not in his hood. He's from Maryland. But Maryland got gangsters too. I don't want to hear it. I was watching Gangland. Maryland got some gangsters.
Maybe they want to quit a job. Maybe they want to drop out of school. What advice do you have for people looking to make that jump?
this isn't one of the
He asked them, people who want to leave school, what do you want to tell them? You really, like, bro, what kind of stupid question is that? Stay in fucking school.
Cusp of maybe making social media a full-time job. Maybe they want to quit a job. Maybe they want to drop out of school. What advice do you have for people looking to make that jump?
this isn't one of those origin stories don't add up videos. Okay, but it does sound like Mr. Beast. On
Oh my God, no, she didn't.
October 2nd, 2017, Druski would post his first video on Instagram under the Instagram handle Druski2Funny and received a lot of, quote, local love.
Do you remember like the first time you tried to actually start putting skits on Instagram? Was it awkward at all at first, or did it just go smooth?
The first time I was kind of forced to do it because my homeboy just recorded me, and I was just like talking shit at a gas station, and he just started recording me. It was just like, yo, because at that point they had been telling me to do it. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get into it. I'm funnier than that guy. I'm funnier than that guy. I would just talk. Like, yeah, you could say you're funnier than those people, but until you do it.
But it wasn't until the next year, 2018, whenever Druski himself claims that he had his first, quote, mini viral moment. Now that's 2018. Wait, he had his first mini viral moment the same time as Whoa Vicky, like a few months after.
That's pretty cool. My viral moment started in 2024. In 2024 was my viral moment, I think. 2024. Okay. We're in 2025. 2024. It was 2023, October. That's when my cousin passed away. Then that whole year, from the moment that he rest in peace, Casper, the moment he passed away, from that moment, I said, life is not worth living if I'm not viral. And I just started doing everything that I thought viral people did. I started doing whatever I saw Mr. Beast doing, whatever I saw I Show Speed, whatever I saw Kai Sen. I just started doing whatever everybody that I wanted to be like was doing. Like, yo, this is what I want to be doing, that shit. So yeah, my mini viral moment started 2024, like June, July 2023, 2024.
Okay, anyways, the way that he went
Yeah, anyways.
mini viral was through this skit series called Scammer Matters, which is like a spoof on a 90s sitcom called Family Matters. So then Druski, I mean, he's done a lot of stuff, okay? He then went on to host the Coulda Been Records series on his Instagram live, where he says it started out as a hoax or a joke, but it ended up turning into something real. It was basically a talent showcase competition show mixed with stand-up. I mean, there's definitely like YouTube channels and different series and stuff based on this type of thing. I mean, it's like
I know I didn't get wind of Druski until he started doing the skits with Birdman about how he was doing can't whatever records, and it looked like Cash Money Records, and Birdman was gonna beat him up. That's what I remember.
I'm not saying he like inspired it, but you know, it's like one of those like, okay, with stand up. I mean, there's definitely like YouTube channels and different series and stuff based on this type of thing. I mean, it's like, I'm not saying he like inspired it, but you know, it's like one of those like, okay, you're auditioning for me, but I'm judging you type of things. Here's some clips. But it was basically a talent show, and then he would kind of like roast people or just have fun with them and stuff like that. And over the next few years, Druski's rise to fame became more and more undeniable because
Kudos
that's
to
when he
him.
started to
Congrats to you, Druski. That's you paved your own way. That's what I do. I'm a trailblazer. Like I don't follow nobody's stuff. My shit is original. You don't see no YouTuber looking like me. Nobody. You name a YouTuber I look like. None. You don't know a YouTuber with a white beard, blonde dreadlocks, square glasses in white, and the bucket hat with the choker and tatted all over. Chat. No, I have an original look, just like Druski has his original look. When you pave the way for your own shit, it's tough because nobody believes in you. All your friends, they won't believe in none of this until the fans come rolling in.
Collaborate with some huge names, mostly in music. He would appear in people's music videos. Jack Harlow is apparently one of his good friends, but he actually met Jack Harlow when they were both kind of like on the come up or whatever.
Early on, I found Jack Harlow, and he was one of the first like people in music I just took a liking to as like just a personality. I found out that he lived in
Visionary
Atlanta
Star.
at the time.
Thank you, Visionary
Linked up with
Star.
him, and we
Thank
hung
you.
out. Of course, we were not really known.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
heard
Follow
about
me
him,
on
and he was like, "Yo, I'm going on a
Instagram.
small tour," and I went on tour with him. We were on a bus with like a
Instagram. We
whole bunch of people
75,000
shouting
followers
at
and
truck
growing.
stops. Just crazy stuff.
He also collaborated with Lil Yachty and the likes of Lil Durk. And then his maybe biggest break of all would then come in August 2020, whenever he was featured on a Drake music video, Laugh Now.
This is Drake's guy, so that's just know that, you know. And you're gonna see who I work with, soon enough, chat.
Cry later, and Druski has spoken a lot about how this was really a big moment for him. And then he developed a friendship supposedly with Drake, and Drake would wear his merch, and they were friends or whatever. Then Druski starts being somehow, some way known as hip hop's favorite comedian, and he does have like some hip hop jokes, and he has some friends in hip hop or whatever, but like he jokes about a lot of stuff that's not hip hop. And he even says, like, he said it to Adam Grand Mason 22 before, like, I am not, even gonna say like the hip hop stuff is my biggest stuff. Like, I started doing it recently. It's fun. It gets me attention, but no.
I know why he's saying that. That's because we saw where he grew up, and we saw what kind of school he went to.
So he might be hip hop's favorite comedian, but he's not like only a hip hop comedian. I think it's a little misleading to just say that with no context. Okay, so he does these music videos and all that. And then by the end of 2020, that's whenever Druski would be featured prominently on a Revolt TV YouTube channel spoof. It was like what it ended up being, I think, was an advertisement for a show that was to come up, but it was one of the pieces of evidence that everybody is going crazy about right now in the media, linking Druski to Sean P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Combs.
Holy shit.
I never seen that ad. If you guys seen that ad, put it in the chat.
skit, sketch, whatever you want to call it, where Druski breaks into Diddy's house, but he's kind of let in. He's given a bottle of alcohol or tequila or whatever, De Leon. Then he's given like a rag for some reason, maybe for the baby oil that's coming up. I mean, I don't know.
So he could wipe his mouth when Diddy's done with him.
I don't know what that's about. This was in 2020. So this was before any P. Diddy allegations and anything like that was really in the mainstream. So Druski is in this skit. He's greeted by, what's his name? Justin Combs.
Oh, that's Justin? Why are they doing gang signs? These kids have never lived in the hood.
Then later they are joined by Sean King, Christian Combs, or whatever his name is, the little Diddy lookalike. And then Druski sees himself into the elevator and escapes and then goes into Diddy's closet. He's in the closet.
What specifically are you looking for?
Black, white, Latino, masculine.
And, puts on Diddy's clothes. He goes into the bathroom. He's giving himself a shot of the tequila. Diddy comes in and he's busted. And it's scary and they're playing this.
How the hell did Druski fit into Diddy's robe?
Scary music. Okay, so it's clear that they're friends. They're friendly.
Damn, this guy just looks scary, period. I mean, trust me, chat. All the allegations is way more than this guy right here is capable of.
At least. And then shortly after that, it's
he's not capable of.
Announced that Druski is going to be hosting a series with Revolt TV, sneaking in with Druski. So it was kind of like
what kind of fucking shit is that? Sneaking in with Druski?
Maybe like a trailer, a non-official trailer to show what Druski was going to be doing. So
why is Druski hugging Little Yachty like that?
So that's one of the connections that he does have to Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs.
Hey, what's up? It's your man. Make sure you join Hip Hop and Plastaways. Period.
And remember, Diddy had a huge stake in, and I think was running Revolt at that time. It's like his media network or whatever. Okay, so then in 2023, Druski goes on his first comedy tour, which featured traditional stand-up, but also doubled as a talent competition of sorts in connection with that previously satirical Coulda Been Records thing. Okay, so he's basically on the road with a live audience doing the Coulda Been Records spoof auditions, but I think he was actually at this point auditioning for a real record company. And that's something that I'm noticing a lot lately with these possibly planned, but possibly just started out on social media. Folks, it's a lot of times they
keyword here. She said possibly a plant.
Being so unserious, you don't know if they joking or they not. And then if you take it serious, they're like, oh, you should have known I was joking. And then if you think it's a joke, it's why would you joke about something like that? Like the brother, father, husband from a recent series. It's I don't know. Was this serious? Was this not? Because some of these people do end up later on other projects with Druski, almost they were maybe auditioning for something. And it's just strange. So Druski's rise to the top would come to a screeching halt, or at least encounter some obstacles in this month, March 2025. Whenever he was named alongside Diddy and the likes of Jacqueline Jaguar Wright. He was named alongside big homie CC. A few other people, Christina Karam. Who else comes to mind? Janice, Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs' mom. All these people get sued, okay? And
that's messy.
One of the people named is Druski. Odell Beckham Jr., another one named. So Druski.
That's crazy.
Has denied all allegations of all of this stuff in the lawsuits. And I do want to play his own words in just a little bit. But you might be wondering how we got here. Who is this Druski? Why do I care? Why does anybody care? And it's a good question because I was wondering the same. It's all of a sudden you can't escape Druski. It feels like Anthony Oliver or something all of a sudden again all over. So he has had a few controversies. He has seemingly been able to escape them because he is very funny and very charismatic and very likable. And I think he probably has been able to get away with some stuff that maybe other people wouldn't have because of that. For example, he was really mean to this kid on one of Kai Cenat's streams one time.
Yeah, he was awful to that kid.
He also, and that was a minor. That kid was, a young person.
He insulted a kid to the point that he covered his ears in horror of what he was hearing.
Not you. I'm talking about the little fat shit. Yo, come on, bro.
He said, I'm talking about that little fat kid. Wow. The pot calling the kettle black.
Come on. Fat yo, y'all been saying that to me all fucking night. Everybody call me the fat all night, but I can't call the other little fat the little fat.
That's crazy. He's doubling down.
Man, y'all No, fuck out of here. No, come on. Y'all want to have fat phobia when it comes to the kid, but not me. He's like the
This is my little boy that was at Christ's house last night. Hello. Druski insulted me multiple times.
I'm sorry. He just talks very articulate. I don't expect that from a child.
But he's also just been kind of like me.
Insulted me multiple times.
But he's also just been kind of like mean in his audition for his show. He also had a show based on the, comedy tour or whatever. Could have been Records or could have been House. And there was a House, and he was just kind of like mean.
He did go to a Diddy party. He just tried to like backpedal it. Like, no, not that type of party. Like, bro, did you go to a Diddy party or did you not go to a Diddy party?
And I could see why. Because he went on interviews with the likes of Revolt TV affiliated Breakfast Club and did PR and promo for these shows. And he said that he was inspired by Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs on making the band.
To another episode of Could Have Been Records Auditions.
All you gotta do is.
Wow. He was inspired by making the band.
Bro, I'm dropping around with all my slime, serving them ace and dubs
Too
and
fast.
dimes.
Get him the fuck out of here. This week we will be in Los Angeles, California.
He's definitely
LA,
brutal.
baby, where dreams are made of. Get him the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Get him out of here, bro. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck out of here. Yo, he's not better than me, though. That's why I'm trying to tell you he's not better than me. That was oh, y'all blew it.
What are you guys about to do? Like, what?
Oh, we gonna
I know where I swim when you're wrong.
And we all saw how Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs treated the cast of making
That's all I got to say about that show. Wow.
the band.
Puffy just told us to go to the store in Brooklyn and bring him back a cheesecake and walk.
And now we've seen that, allegations and lawsuit, which are only allegations and lawsuits.
I would have not gone
Until we see otherwise. But I mean, he said he was inspired by Diddy making the band. Now, you might be wondering with this whole Diddy thing, like, okay, so when he said he was inspired by Diddy, was this like pre or post lawsuit? Was this pre or post criminal indictment? It was February of last year, 2024. So it was after Cassie and I believe Lil Rod had made their allegations, but the criminal indictment hadn't happened yet. And the raids on Diddy's mansion hadn't happened yet. Whenever Druski was still out here saying that he was inspired by Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs. But even on the Breakfast Club, and I mean, this is Revolt TV affiliated, they were even kind of a little bit like, why are you saying it like that?
I like the way that he was talking to the people at his label on the show, so that's the same way we do our business.
Yeah. We don't want to ask you about Could Have Been Records. Like, you talk a lot about the 360 deals and the bad contracts. Do you actually talk to artists about that? Is that what you
hell yeah. I like to tell people straight up, we gonna f you over.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's why I said I was inspired by P. Diddy. That's what I was talking about. Why the f do y'all?
Yo, he is wild. This is chat. This is what you were asking about. Was he at a P. Diddy party? Here you go.
Keep looking at me like that. When I say that, I'm saying that I'm inspired by the way he was talking to his people at his label. Well, I ain't say that. Yeah, no, I ain't say that. I like the way that he was talking to the people at his label on the show, so that's the same way we do our business. Yeah. We tell you straight up. Yeah. If you know you getting fucked over from jump, what the problem is?
You can't,
You knew the contract when you got in here.
And then there was some, other controversies with that association and affiliation. I mean, there's been a few viral clips with Druski in them of him kind of talking about or trying to explain his association with Diddy and the parties. There's this one really viral clip of Druski saying like, I didn't go to those parties. It's like,
there you go, chat. What you asked shall be answered. Here's your answer.
Amazing. One of the top comments, like, it's amazing. Nobody went to any of those parties. They only went to the Diddy parties that didn't have any of that stuff at them.
You ever been to one of Diddy parties? Yeah, I've been in attendance. Hey, what the f you smirking for?
Hey, say that.
I've been in attendance.
He just asked you regular
That's all I
questions.
said. That's all I said. I said I've been in attendance. I have been in attendance.
We never been. We just asking.
Yeah. As soon as you got
I ain't never been to a Puffy party.
she said. You had fun?
I ain't seen that yet.
Yeah, you did.
I ain't seen that.
Did I have fun? Yeah, I mean, it was a party. I wasn't at one of them parties.
Visionary star, you know what it is? She went to law school. So when she break it down, That's how they're gonna break it down to you in court. You know what I'm saying? So she come at you the right way. She don't be just publishing any type of content. She really get into it.
I have been in attendance at a puff party. You know, I've been in attendance. Yeah, I went, yeah. Okay. But I ain't, I don't know which party. The party I went to, it was girls turned up, you know what I'm saying? The regulars, you know what I mean? Other celebrities and shit, yeah.
That's what you do in line when you say, I ain't been one of them parties.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is pretty amazing that nobody's come out and said, oh yeah, I was invited to those parties in the back rooms. I can hear Mark Agnifilo going, it's because it never happened, Your Honor. Then there is, of course, as already mentioned, Druski's associations and loyalty to Drake have been recently held against him because Drake is also facing some certain allegations of a certain type of F filing out here. And people have determined that that must mean that he is guilty. And so he has been, anyone that's been associated with him lately has been looked at a little more suspiciously, I'll say. And Druski has been very open about his friendship with Drake. So that's kind of given him a little bit of friction in the PR cycle lately. Then, of course, there's the association with Kai Cenat. He has his own dramas and issues in and of itself. I mean, it is widely known that his audience is like very, very, very young people. And he does like debauched shenanigans all over his channel all the time. Like he faked setting his house on fire. I mean, we talked about him at length in the Mr. Beast story. So y'all can go watch that if you're interested. But it seems to me like Kevin Hart might be some type of manager or something to both Kai Cenat and also Druski, because Druski is like, yeah, Kevin Hart was on the phone like fussing at us, like hollering at us this morning because we weren't watching the videos, the movies he told us to watch to get inspiration for the movie we're going to make. And
you, Kai, and Kev, we know we want to see the movie. Is there actual talks happening?
Yes. We actually, he just called us last night, spazzing on us.
He is Kevin Hart?
Yeah, he is in Kevin Hart.
Why?
Just letting us know. He was like, guys, get serious about this shit. Because he gave us a list of movies to watch, to study. And he wanted us to, I guess I watched some of the movies, but Kai didn't. So he was like, listen, man, it's not like you got shit to do. Y'all ain't doing shit. He said, what movies you got set up for this year? And we both I said, come on, Kev, don't do that to us, man. Don't. But he honestly was just, it's like hard parenting. You know what I mean? He's like letting us know, like, yo, lock in, because this is like, I'm trying to get y'all to that next level of thinking. Like, all right, if I'm telling you to study this or do this or study the script or look at this movie, that definitely is something you should do because this is going to benefit your future. So, you know, he just was taking
That's pretty dope. You don't think that's good, chat? That to me is amazing that they're being mentored by Kevin Hart. That's fucking cool.
Hard on us, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why Kevin Hart is hollering at these people on the phone. And it's like maybe he's, I don't know, maybe he's their coach or something.
Kev is honestly being like the father figure and I like setting all this.
Yeah, there's got to be more to it. This can't just be like there's got to be more to it.
So yeah.
Dope.
And then, like I said earlier, I mentioned briefly, there's also been a show. There's also been a show based on the Comedy Tours type of thing called Coulda Been House. And it's like a flavor of love, a rock of love, chance of love, like type spoofy. It's like, it's hard to see how it's not Zeus freaking Network as spawned by whoever did those TMZ, VH1, whatever those shows were. I mean, it's like, it just feels so similar to all of that. And the players and the people. And it just feels so similar to all of that. This show that he has.
My man, where's my man?
I don't know, man. Druski's doing a lot, yo. Druski is doing a lot.
So much so that people have thought that the show was a Zeus Network show just without questioning. And there's like, you know, people making videos about it and stuff like that. Now, I thought it was. But I was unable to find any conclusive proof that it is a Zeus Network produced show. It's like the Coulda Been Productions or whatever. I don't know. But he's doing this show, you know, right on the heels of publicity, you know, perhaps astroturfed publicity, that he was dating a very beautiful model named Ruby Rose. And there was some drama. I'll put some people who are more knowledgeable on the ins and outs of the specifics of that in here to explain those details. But suffice it to say, it's largely believed that the relationship was fake and a hoax and paid for and bought.
Druski and Ruby Rose are apparently in a real relationship. That's one of the baddest in the game, and a hefty motherfucker was able to lock her down.
Their relationship wasn't real at all. She is now claiming Druski paid her.
Ruby is too rich for you to do that. Oh, shit! Oh, they kissed!
I think Druski's more popular than.
Oh, of course.
I never heard of Shorty before the story, to be honest.
Really? It don't seem like he her type.
That's a fact. I don't know who Ruby Rose is.
I only give it up if I'm in love.
I think he has way more to lose. I think he's way more famous than her.
For the record, I never slept with that man. Pay for PR, not the.
What? She said he paid for PR, not for the.
What was that dollar amount that he gave her? See, ain't nobody talking about that.
Druski doesn't need to pay Ruby Rose to date him.
You spend 200 bands on this girl in a year. To me, that's like, what?
One way or another, pay for it every day.
It's a fake pipe. Never happened.
Shaking my head.
There you go, Chad. People be thinking Druski's all just like lame shit. Nah, that dude is out there trying to get to the top. Well, Chad, that's all I'm gonna cover on that dark side of Druski, guys. You want to see some more BJ Investigation? Links are in the description. The link to that specific video is in the description as well. Now we're gonna get into some by Smoke News TV. Shouts to Smoke News TV, guys. Liking the video, go ahead and subscribe to his channel. You already see the vibes. It is Smoke News TV. It looks like this. When you see it, show love, drop a comment, and like a video. And let's get right into it. This one is about Diddy won't take a plea deal. Also, strange moments in the past. I'm gonna cut to some information. Let's see where we at. There we go. That's what I need to start doing my videos early in the morning. Salutes to Smoke Gang, guys. Smoke News TV. He was offered a plea deal? Bro, take the deal. Everybody knows the deal is sweeter than trial. That is not wise. Yo, look at your man Diddy. He got the white hair everywhere. What do you think, Chad? You think he's still guilty? Like, do you really, aside from what he did to Cassie, aside from the little wild parties he had, that you really think that this guy was out there doing all these crimes, like some Joker style shit? Put it in the chat, man. You tell me what you think, Chad. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking to myself. Who in Hollywood has clean moral record? Very tough one, Visionary Star. It's a very tough one, let me tell you. You know what it is they get you involved in shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll have you. It's kind of like hanging out with a bunch of gangbangers. They're gonna take you to a place. You're gonna watch somebody get robbed, and then next week the cops are gonna be sweeping for people who saw anybody watch that guy get robbed. And then if you were named in that shit, they're gonna bring you in. It's kind of like the same shit with Hollywood. It's like you chilling with all these stars, they want to have something to some kind of way to bring you down in case you ever try to get out of pocket with them. Oh shit, chat! I keep fucking up. I'm over here. I don't know if y'all were listening to that shit or whatever, but I'll be fucking up, chat. I be fucking up, chat. This is your man Diddy. Look at your man Diddy. So this is what I was watching.
He is going to allow his fate to be decided by a jury. Now, before he was escorted into the courtroom by U.S. Marshals. I saw one of them checking the chair he typically sits on and scanning underneath it with his hand. Then he bent down on his knees and checked underneath his section of the defense table. There's no question security is tight here, even for a federal courthouse. Diddy was wearing the tan inmate uniform for the hearing, but he's going to be able to wear a button-down shirt, sweater, and pants for the trial, and will have 5 sets of clothes for the Monday through Friday hearings. He will be allowed 2 pairs of shoes with no laces. The parties decided also, and a lot of time spent about how they will conduct the actual jury selection, which takes place early next week. There will be 45 jurors each day who will be questioned individually in person by each side, and Combs will participate. The judge agreed to that. There were no family members in the courtroom, but a former colleague of his, music producer Charlucci Finney, showed up in court to lend his support. Here's what he had to say outside.
What? Diddy got people speaking up for him? That's fucking crazy, let me tell you. That's fucking crazy.
Said this is Noreen and Fabulous.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
No, I got
like that.
I've been practicing. I'm going with that one.
Make a wish. One. Just blow it out. It's your birthday every day.
It's your birthday
every day. It's your birthday on Drink
day?
Champs, goddammit. I'm in.
Where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though?
He said, "Did you miss me?"
For real, because it seems like a thing.
I miss
his
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
Man, but I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Why won't you party with me? He didn't say, why don't we party for your birthday? Like, dude shit. He wants him to party with him.
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
See, he's reminding him too. He's like, nah, that's not what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, man, you ain't never really party, you know?
Really party.
I'm saying, eyes. So check this out. It's me, Tyrese, Ray J, and F. Gary Gray. You know, I'm a type of nigga, I like variety, man.
He likes variety. So he brought 3 different chicks. Ray J, Tyrese. I missed the last name.
Man, I like people that's predictable. You know what I'm saying? I like different personalities. So I was like,
yo, it's
I
just
never knew they
cringe
would
the whole
become what they
time.
are today. But you know what I'm
F.
saying?
Gary Gray.
But like, you know, that sounded like the type of night I want to have in Vegas.
Oh. Okay, well, Puffy's on some shit still. So you can see he's still sipping on that Puffy juice. And guys, if you want to see the whole video, you can. The link is in the description. Oh, some exclusive footage.
Let's continue with these Diddy awkward ass moments. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel.
Big fan. That's 13-year-old. That is not even funny, let me tell you, Chad. I don't see the humor in him getting a yes from a 13-year-old.
But we ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my party. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy
Well, he was right about that part, Chad. They will be arresting him.
things just because we want to have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. It's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. It ain't nothing but.
Yeah, we want to thank you. Come in. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close to the bed. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man.
Wow.
Man, it's been a pleasure. You
Poor choice of words, let me tell you.
didn't have to do it. You did.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him.
Whoa.
What he
That
did.
was-
If we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're
You
not.
go over
I don't
there.
want my shots even. I don't want it to come close to the bed at all.
Usher
Oh God,
look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, I mean, damn.
He said we used to wake up.
And pause, but like that's how. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older.
He was 10 and I was a little bit older.
The brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes.
They fought over Frosted Flakes. He was 10. How old were you? Why were you fighting for Frosted Flakes? Why is he staying in your house at 10 years old?
You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early.
That's crazy. I think he said way too much in that little bit of time.
Yeah, he's one of the richest stars in the world.
Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid.
Listen, we're having a good time. Yo, Usher made it in the. Hey, yo, this one.
That is crazy, chat. Crazy chat. Anyway, that's enough of the Puffy, guys. If you want to go see the whole video, you already know where it's at. Link is in the description. Let's get right into the caviar of tonight. This is what we came here for, guys. And I hope you guys are ready for this. This is by Trap Lore Ross. And this is debunking the wild Bricc baby rumors.
Bricc baby calls, you know, free Bricc baby, shout out Bricc baby, free Bricc, and obviously Big Loose Cannon has been free loose too. Going
shouts to Loose Cannon, free the guys.
Crazy in these YouTube streets with you know, obviously the infamous Lil Durk interview came courtesy of Loose Cannon and his wife, but then also we had Loose Cannon himself talking a little bit crazy.
About talking crazy. Watch your mouth, boy.
Bricc, as usual. Not surprising. Talking a little crazy about.
Watch your mouth, Trap Lore Ross.
The Bricc. And look, first off, I'm defending Bricc on all charges. Any kind of like, whether it's the snitching alligator, bro, I don't think none of that's true. I think Bricc really going through it. Bricc staying solid as far as I'm aware.
I think Loose Cannon even said that Bricc baby ain't snitch. Like from the conversation I heard.
Thank you, Remo.
So everyone was trying to say Bricc baby snitch because on the paperwork it said, I'm tired of doing what the cops tell me to do.
That don't mean, bro, I might be tired of telling me what the cops telling me to do. If the cops telling me I can't do, you know what I'm saying?
That don't mean you snitch, though. Snitch is on paperwork. That's what a snitch is. Yeah, because you know what it is, Visionary Star? That America don't want us to be free, so we allowed to get, you know, a certain kind of hype, but they want to be able to snatch that shit right from under you.
Maybe I don't want to follow the laws. That don't mean you snitching.
That's not even how he was saying it. So he told Loose Cannon, because I guess him and Loose Cannon got in an altercation in jail because everyone was like, yo, Bricc, what's up with this snitching shit? You like you snitching in the paperwork. So Bricc, if you read the paperwork, prior to him saying that, he was talking about him and his baby mama. They're going through shit.
Chat, don't forget to smash the like button. Smash that like button on the video, not on the live chat. Smash the like button. We're trying to get one of these right here.
Arguing. So basically, when he's saying, I'm tired of doing what the police tell me to do, he's talking about in regard to his baby.
Salacious allegations coming out from Loose Cannon.
From Loose himself.
Yes.
So I haven't actually listened to this part of the interview yet. You done put me on. You done telling me there's.
Yeah, I done heard.
Yeah, that's really about to be intense. Let's see.
Shouts to the queen. Shouts to Sharice Mills. That's the one keeping the plan together right there. Shouts to Loose Cannon, free the guys.
You know, I was actually just speaking to your wife about this. Like, I asked Dirk the same thing, but I want to ask.
And I covered this in one of our past-ish videos. I covered this right here. So let's see what Trap Lore Ross got to say.
What's your day-to-day? And I want to know what happened with the Bricc situation. What happened? Because I'm hearing. I heard a story can't be true. I heard he asked you for a fade, you turned it down, and I'm like, that's not loose. That's AI.
Yeah, no, that's just the most goofiest shit in the world. So basically, he was messing with a tranny, and when.
What? Let's hope that he means messing like bothering, because messing means messing.
So basically, he was messing with a tranny, And when he was messing with a tranny, I told Bricc,
Hey, Loose is hilarious.
I feel like Loose. Look,
What? Bricc baby was messing with a trans female? Chat, I don't know. I'm not homophobic, but I'm not homosexual either. And I don't care what people say that trans female is a female. I pretty much only do born females. So that's crazy.
listen, Loose been proven to cap about a lot of things. I ain't trying to believe nothing Loose say no more.
Guys, don't listen to this guy right here when it comes to stupid shit like that. Like, Loose Cannon tends to exaggerate a few things, but only because he knows how to troll, bro. You got to appreciate the trolling in it. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't, but he don't fucking lie, bro. Loose Cannon is one of the realest ever, bro. Facts on
Lied
file.
about his age.
Shouts to the guys, free the guys.
Lied about, he ain't even the real Loose Cannon. He lied about his music credits. He can't even remember what song he worked on with Nas. You know what I'm saying? And Loose Cannon's a very entertaining podcaster, but bro, you be.
He's definitely entertaining. Right now, one of the top people right now on everybody's feed.
You capping, and I don't think I can believe any of this.
I'm not saying Loose be lying about everything.
There you go, Remo. Thank you for clearing it up, because UK man here is from UK, not from the US.
But I'm saying he lying about Bricc baby fucking with the tranny. I think he's playing off the fact that, Bricc baby be trolling with Adam, doing the whole gay shit. So I think he's just throwing out the narrative that he's seen Bricc baby with a tranny. Loose now to make content. Him and Sharice, they've been holding down. But you did not see Bricc baby in jail and old tranny. I mean, ain't no way.
That's funny though. That's funny. You see, you gotta appreciate the trolling in it.
I mean,
there's no.
Shut up, Trap Lord Ross. Don't get on my bad side, bro, because I like your content, bro. Do not get on my bad side, bro.
No way, bro.
I'm not. If he was, there ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? We all open minded here, but I don't believe it.
What?
Wait. Whoa. He was messing with.
And I can put everybody on the phone right now on Neighborhood Crib. He was messing with a trainee. I went big on him.
Wait. In jail?
Wait, hold on. Hey, Jeff, you go TK. Yeah. He was messing with a trainee. And then I went big on Cuz, and then I told Cuz, I said, "Listen, bro, that ain't the hood everywhere."
Chad, hit the like button. Oh my God!
I'm a beat your ass.
Wait, so you call it messing with a transgender individual?
Listen,
hey, Sharice, man, you gotta chill. Sharice.
Sharice is living it up. Shouts to the queen.
Sharice pouring one up for this type of content, man. That's crazy.
Sharice been getting the content. She know how to get the content.
She's become so good at this,
She
bro.
ain't playing either.
She pouring up on stream like Ack, man. She about to be the next academics, man.
Nah, she been definitely making her ways through the internet. Like,
she got a Dirk interview. She jumped over everyone in rap media.
That was big. Nah. All right, we'll talk about that. Let's finish the call.
Listen, hey TK, there's academics on the phone, right? Was Bricc baby fucking with the trainee downstairs? Hello?
Yo, what up, man?
Well, homie, hey man, look, bro, dude is strange, bro. You know what I mean? And I ain't getting here, but he's strange.
He even got somebody to co-sign it. Loose is he knows how to make content.
Was asking me for grease when he could have a gang of homies up down there. You know what I'm saying? So that'll tell you right there. You feel me?
So Bricc is messing with the community.
The
dude never corroborated the story, bro.
That's how you know, like, dude, the first thing he would have been like, yeah, that nigga was down there fucking with them trainers. I seen him. He got on there and said, dude, it's strange. So that's just his way of like, I'm gonna go with whatever Loose Cannon's saying. That's how I take it.
Yeah,
I ain't lying it.
I ain't gonna lie.
I know Bricc ain't.
Cheers.
I mean, he should have asked one of the homies for some grease. It's a gang of niggas down there that had grease. He go ask the trainee, my nigga. I don't know what that all about. Then he feel his own power, right? He's trying to give me Google eyes.
Oh, they're trying to say he asked the trainee for grease for his dreads, like to do his hair.
I mean, bruh, come on, man.
I can see Bricc asking the trainee for some grease.
I mean, shit, he needs some grease.
He's trying to get the wigs locked up. I don't know.
Oh, God, yo.
Bruh.
Bricc a funny nigga, bro. Like, he ain't Bricc.
I do not co-sign that. Bricc a real nigga. I don't know nothing about him being funny or strange. Loose Cannon knows how to troll the best of them.
Comfortable with himself, so Bricc ain't. You know what I'm saying? He the type of nigga. He gonna talk to anybody. He ain't really. So if they trying to like, if they saying he asked for some grease and that's him fucking with the tranny, then maybe Bricc Baby did ask for some grease. But when you listen to, he said he fucking with a tranny. It sounds like some other shit. But let's keep hearing the whole thing.
Trying to give you Google eyes, go check that nigga.
Wait, hold on. Wait. So what's grease? Like, what does that mean?
Like some hair grease. You know, nigga got dreads, right?
Oh, okay.
I got dreads. You know what I mean? So I'm not.
I agree. You acting like he ain't black. They said what's grease?
My own shit. You know what I'm saying? But he went to ask the tranny with some grease. Then when you had a meeting and you told another nigga we don't get out like that, the nigga said, "Man, the punk give me Google eyes." So I'm like, "Nigga, go check the nigga," but he didn't go check the nigga. You know what I mean?
So wait. So what they're saying is he went and asked the T for some grease, and came back and said the T was giving him googly eyes, and then the team said you got to go and check that T, and he didn't go check the T. Like, bro, like.
What do you got to say, bro? What do you got to say? What do you have to say?
Bricc might be getting some eyes from a T. That don't mean that he indulging in the.
They trying to sauce it up on Bricc.
Right, you know what I'm saying? They add in some extras. They
added some extras.
I feel like there's a tiny little one interaction, and they add in a whole lot of extras to it.
It's crazy because, like, I don't know. Even with the Bricc Baby Whack 100 Loose Cannon shit, like, it's so many levels to like. I don't even know, like, even Loose and Whack, like, I don't even know where they at with it right now. Like, I done heard Loose say they still cool, but it be sounding like they got some shit going on. Like, it sound like they still cool.
It wasn't cool though. It wasn't cool before they went in.
Before they went to jail, but then they got them. I don't know. It's just like it's a lot of shit really going on. But the fact that they actually got Dirk and Loose Cannon in the same fucking cell, or not even the same cell, but just in the same area is like crazy. It's like, first of all, the jail can't be that big then.
Nah, they just put high profile people together because they're gonna be in a section where it's not that much activity. You can't put high profile people with the fucking dangerous people. There's gonna be motherfuckers that would just want to get that body just so they could say that they took out a famous person.
And it's like, all right, so where the fuck is Big U at? Like,
or they'll try to extort the famous people.
Big U had to run into one of them niggas at one point, right? If like, I don't know. And then I'm surprised that Dirk actually hopped on the phone too. That was the surprising part, because
that was crazy.
I just figured that with all the shit that's going on, he just wouldn't want to be on no fed phone call that Loose is on, because I don't know, you just see a whole bunch of shit and niggas like, oh, them niggas is too internet to be. So I thought maybe he would have turned that phone call down. I was surprised to see Dirk hop on the phone call through Loose, but goes to show you how much power Loose might actually have up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Dirk and Cali, you know, Loose. Every time I seen Loose got 50 fucking niggas with him. Like, I didn't see Loose Cannon outside of no jumper with 50 people moving militant, and I'm like, oh yeah, he on bullshit. So you never know, he might got the jail.
Shouts to Loose
unlocked where he got the remote to the TV.
Hey, he might have the remote, man.
It was like he got the remote to the TV up.
Yeah, not everybody gets the remote to the TV, even if you ask for it. Let me tell you, jail is not that type of party. You don't want to ask for the remote. Trust me, you don't.
And that motherfucker, and I'm like, hey, so Dirk tapped in. I don't know. Look, that was shocking to me. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's crazy. We're gonna keep going, or are we done with Loose's cap?
Real, recognize real.
We can listen to more of the little cap, but yeah, I believe he's capping. Just a little more cap.
I think he's capping too.
So I don't know.
Now, well, what they say that Bricc might have got turned out, like when he was free by Adam 22.
No, he told me he was like, Adam introduced him to that, so it's no problems. I'm like, cuz on 6-0, like, bro, you in jail. Like,
he said Adam
is weird.
There's no problem.
Adam be jumping people in, man, for real.
Nah, he ain't jumping me in.
Oh man. So wait, so after that conversation, did he ask you for a squabble?
Yeah, no, he told the police and they wrote me up out of that unit.
Oh shit.
What do you mean? He told the COs? Bricc?
I'm not believing it. I feel.
I don't know, yo. That's crazy. It's so tough to tell the truth.
But Loose just weaving a story. He's trying to cook, and it's just.
But at least we know that Bricc Baby is that's rumors. He's not involved with no that's just, it's all, yo, guys, remember, this is going to be a crazy situation for these guys. Right now, we just praying for their freedom right now. Dirk, Bricc Baby, Loose Cannon, we praying for their freedom, chat. Now, if you guys want to see the whole video, go ahead and feel free to tap in. You already know the link is in the description. This video has gotten longer than I expected. It's already at 1 minute and 40. I try not to go over that. For some reason, I keep it at 140. I don't know why. It's just something about that number. So, guys, I would love to stay on for a little more, but it's that time. And you already know, man. Thank you for stopping by, Visionary Star. Thank you for all the comments, man. I really appreciate that. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. Go ahead and make remixes, make clips out of everything you saw today. If you saw something that I said was out of pocket, go ahead and knock yourself out, help the channel out. And I really appreciate everybody. You already know it's Chi from the Chi Challenge. I will be tomorrow covering the Loose Cannon phone call and my boy Bush is gonna be on Bush and EST from the Wobbler what is it man EST. He's the Wobbler, I think is what it's called. Oh, yeah, I got it on my text message. Hold up. I'll give you the right name right now. It's a Wobbler on YouTube. And Bush are going to be on a call with Sharice Mills right here. With Sharice Mills, with her. So, guys, I'm going to probably react to that video. So, stick around. You already know. Thank you, everybody. Good night. And remember, it's Chief from the Cheat Challenge. And remember that karma is what you give. What you give is what you will receive. So do not be a person who gets their everything taken away because they're just taken from others. Remember, it's the Caring Humble Individual Challenge. And you just got to care for others more than you care for yourself. And it will go full circle. Somebody will find you. So remember, it's the Cheat Challenge. RIP Casper Mercy. MFM for life. And remember, guys, namaste. I'm out of here. Peace. 1000.